Oh, well, hello. I screwed up in the middle of that shit real quick, like, too. Boy, I ain't been on this thing in about what, 2 weeks, a week or so. I don't know. It's the fever. I blame the fever. I got fever, man. That's telling me I'm still sick. No, I'm still sick. I went out for New Year's Eve and got sick even again. It just made it worse. Yeah. So I felt that shit coming on me last night. There was some bad stuff going on. Yeah. And tonight, Jackie and I are wearing some Mardi Gras shirts. And yeah, see. And Friday is the first day of Mardi Gras. Actually, it was first day of Mardi Gras was actually January 1st. But the first parade's going to be this Friday. And it's the Funky Bunch and the Little Rascals parade that's going to be running in New Orleans. So, and I'm sure that the how you feel down there.com. He knows when the hell that starts up. But yeah, we have 12th night coming up and everything. So yep, that first day King Cakes are out there. Oh yes, indeed. Time to get your blood sugar high. If you're diabetic, go ahead and get yourself a coffee now.
Yeah, I want Bavarian cream in it.
That's some good shit right there. That's some good shit.
Yep.
So, with that being said, we're still working on the Fear Fest, and things are going pretty smooth. Well, we had a little snug in a rug, but we were trying to iron that kink out right quick, like so. And I wanted to talk to Chrissy about that, but she was arguing with her husband, talking about question marks and shit. I don't know. I was just going with it.
Not.
Well, we're just gonna go with it like that. Tonight we're going to be discussing Jean Lafitte, the pirate himself, and Jean Lafitte Blacksmith Shop. And we're going to be talking about the different aspects of is the blacksmith shop actually haunted? And we're going to be talking about the pirate himself. Matter of fact, when he was doing all his, they believe he was actually born in Haiti, what is now Haiti. Um, and he moved here in the store. He had his brother owned a blacksmith shop, and that's where they're supposed to been actually selling their contraband out of. And that's actually is one of the oldest bars in the United States. Is this blacksmith shop? It actually survived multiple hurricanes that we've had in Louisiana, plus two the major fires that we had in the French Quarter. So I mean, this thing, and actually it was saved. How was it saved, Jackie?
By the slanted roofs.
It wasn't slanted. It's slated.
Slated.
Slated roofs because they had slates.
Yeah, the old school
It
slate.
was built in like
Right.
1732, 1720.
1772. And yeah, it was from the property was believed to have been used by Jean and Pierre Lafitte. And then that's where, of course, he was a French-American pirate and privateer. Andrew Jackson actually used him, and it was Andrew Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Andrew Jackson.
He used him to be a privateer during the war, and actually commended him. He was actually a hero at one point.
But I don't know if you noticed, but when the enemy was trying to come up the river, John Lafitte went to Andrew Jackson went to John Lafitte and had commissioned him to take his pirates and his ships out onto the river to stop. I think it was the British was coming up the river.
Yep.
Because Andrew Jackson was French, and what it was though, France and almost every other known country at the time had bounties, had warrants out on John Lafitte. John Lafitte was a really feared pirate. He's going down in history as one of the most feared pirates in history. Andrew Jackson gave him amnesty, told him, listen, if you'll help us defend New Orleans from the British taking it, I'll give you amnesty. The deal is you can pirate, but you can't pirate any ships with a French flag.
Right. Now,
and John Lafitte said yeah to that.
Now you had Chris Morcree. Yes, that's true. He does have some connections down there in Galveston. He was in the French Quarter and actually moved their base of operations down to Barataria, which is now Lafitte. They call it Lafitte, and that's where his base of operations was there. And then he ran out. He fled, and he fled to the Mexican-Texan border, which is now Galveston. So that's where he's believed that. Matter of fact, I've seen a show where they actually think they found his ship, one of his ships, where it was they just sunk it in an embankment or something. So
well, you know, Lafitte during the Battle of New Orleans, Lafitte defended the Mississippi River. He had 3 ships. He had 3 full crews and 3 ships. They said when he would ambush boats out in the water, they didn't have a chance because it would be 3 against 1.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what it was.
They say even military ships were subject to get taken because you just couldn't outgun them. There was too many of them.
Well, that's how you become a pirate. You don't want to go out there one ship to one ship. You want to be able to take over and plunder it and take all their treasures and blast with it. I mean,
they got a story about Andrew Jackson tried to arrest John Lafitte one time at a local pub or bar somewhere in the city. And Andrew Jackson went in there with his men and told John Lafitte, hey, I got to arrest you. You know, you got warrants for France. And John Lafitte said, man, you better look around you, dude. Like, you don't have enough men. You don't have enough guns. And he went to realizing the whole bar is his crew. Everybody in there was his crew. They say John Lafitte backed out and left. Or Andrew Jackson did.
Now, don't get me wrong. Now, you got to remember that he's a pirate. And they love to plunder and they love to steal whatever was on the ships, plus gold and silver and jewels and, treasure chests and stuff of that nature. There's a whole bunch of conflicting stories of where his treasure chest is at. He's had multiple treasure chests, and he planted them all over the place. Buried them all over the place. One of the rumors is that in the blacksmith shop, he's got them actually buried treasure in the walls. The place has never been torn down. The place is still solid structures. Matter of fact, if you ever, I think, Chrissy, did I send you some pictures of the place? All right, I'm gonna send you some pictures. Let's see.
Hi, everybody, just coming in.
Hola, ¿cómo está? ¿Qué haciendo?
Let's see, got that one. Well, anyway, they're saying that some people saying it's buried in a fireplace. Some people say it's buried in the walls. You can see where the outside of the structure is actually. It shows you some of the brick. It shows you the mortar. It shows you the actual wooden beams of this place. It's crazy. I mean, it's if you've never been to Louisiana and you want to see something amazing, just go get yourself a drink. And drinking something that's old, one of the oldest bar rooms in the United States. Plus, probably it's believed to be one of the most haunted places in New Orleans. Is Jean Lafitte's blacksmith shop. I'm sending you a bunch of them, Chrissy. And of course, we have the pirate himself.
Hey, Nikki.
Now, like I said, he did have his base of operations was down in Barataria, which is now called Little Barataria, which is now called Lafitte, named after the pirate itself. A lot of people said his treasure's buried down there. They've had people going in there for years and years and years trying to find his treasure, and never was unsuccessful. I mean, where he's got it buried, it's nowhere finding it. They've tried metal detectors. They've tried everything. Even if it might, to me, it might be buried too far into the swamps, or it's buried in a location that nobody's never thought of looking. And of course, it's also haunted. That wherever it's at, it's got to be a haunted location, because back then they would kill whoever buried the treasure. They would kill them, the pirates, and bury the pirates alongside the treasure to guard the treasure. Here we go. That's the actual fireplace where they say that Jean Lafitte was standing there by the fireplace. They will actually see him standing there, which is pretty cool. And that's inside the bar itself. Then you have let's see, I don't know which other ones you have up there, Chrissy.
Hang on. I gotta go back to Messenger for that. Okay. Wait a minute. We went past here when we were in the city, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And they don't have lights.
I even pointed it out to you.
Don't they use candles to light up the place?
We didn't go. Well, we didn't go in, so I don't know. We didn't go into.
And when you go there, get the purple drink. Yeah, get the purple drink. Just don't even call. They ain't got. Just say, give me the purple drink.
I cannot. Are you sharing?
Yep.
Yeah, I recognize the hanging sign.
Yep. I mean, how can you not recognize it? It's the freaking oldest.
Okay, so was this technically his bar?
No, it was a blacksmith shop.
Okay.
It was a front for him to sell his shit.
Now it's probably when it precedes actually the founding of that building is older than the city of New Orleans. It was here before the city was called the city of New Orleans.
Oh crap! Hang on.
Yep, that's another view from the other side of the bar. Now, they say that he haunts the bar. That a lot of people say that. Some people say It's actually the pirates that still haunt the bar. And that's another view. That's like we're to the left is the outside. The door is the outside, and that's looking down the bar. From right, probably standing. If you look at the bottom left-hand corner, that's probably where the stoop is for the fireplace. But if you look at the walls, you can see the walls. They wanted to be as bare as possible, so you could actually, because they believed that the Jean Lafitte gold was buried in the walls.
That's crap.
Yeah, and that's the outside. If you can look at the outside, you can just see where it's mortar. You can see the brick. You can actually see the wooden beams. And the place is still structurally sound. So they built them good back then.
So then is there sleeping quarters upstairs, or is that just like attic space? Do we know?
It's probably storage. I don't know. I mean, I haven't been in there to talk to the owner. I mean, it'd be nice to get in there and actually talk to him. And that's the man himself.
Huh.
That's when he was a privateer.
Interesting.
Yep, he was a giving person. I mean, he did give a lot to the city. He did give a lot to the people.
Well, that's what Jason was telling me. So he was saying that he was basically like a Robin Hood. You know, he would take from the rich and give to the poor in the city. And that's why everyone.
Well, he wouldn't give it all to the poor. I mean, if he stole one, he gave a half to the people. You know, it's not like.
So he gave more than 10%. So he gave more than tithing.
Yeah, he gave more than he gave to the church. Yeah, he helped the people out.
He was protected in the city. The people in New Orleans protected that man.
That's why he paid for.
He was a folk hero.
Yeah, he was very well loved. That's for sure. But he's done so much. Go ahead.
So, did he remain in the city when he wasn't on the ship, or did he move? Or, I mean, you guys are telling me he's a huge part of New Orleans. So, while he was still alive and still pirating, and then now didn't you say that he was?
Well, listen. He might not have lived his whole life in New Orleans, but he spent a large part of it in this city.
Right. I think he wound up dying it was in Texas, Galveston. He had actually started a family. He had relatives that's actually in the Galveston area. And they got people that they said that they did that genealogy thing on him, and they're saying that these people are related to Jean Lafitte.
So he still has kin that's alive.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's interesting. So he was pardoned by who was it?
France pardoned him. No, France pardoned him. But that didn't. France had. You got to understand, France had control of New Orleans at the time.
Yeah. So
if you're pardoned by the people in New Orleans who got control, it doesn't matter if those other countries got warrants out for you because they can't come in there and take you. It's under French rule.
So he remained there while it was under French rule.
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. I got you. So what did he do that was so bad? Was it just the piracy, or was
pirate? He was a freaking pirate. You know,
I mean, baby.
This wasn't Johnny Depp. Let's put it this way. It wasn't Johnny Depp.
No.
Okay.
No. This nigga really killed people, hung you, fucked over you, stabbed you, cannonballed you. He was a killer. He was the real deal. Like, don't get it twisted. He was a hero, but he was, when it came down to it, if he want what you have, he's gonna kill you to take it.
So what it's like in New Orleans now.
Pretty much.
He was gangster.
Yeah, he was the original.
If you want to call it that, yeah, he definitely was. You ever seen how two ships fight, baby, on the water? You ever seen how them old style ships used to fight? Man, you had to be a fucking gangster to be on that ship. Because 9 times out of 10, even if you didn't get killed on the ship, your ship sinks and you dead anyway.
Or your ass is gonna get cut.
You got
Remember the original
cannonball
OG.
fire, sword play, musket fire. And the whole
Remember-
while, both ships are shooting holes in the side of each other.
Now, Chrissy, don't
Because
get
they
excited.
continue
We're
to
not talking
fire
about
at
your
each other
sex
while they're
life,
next to
anything
each
like
other.
that. We're talking about these actual pirate ships.
Yeah, right. This was some serious shit.
It's original, the original Pirates of the Caribbean, so to speak.
Yeah.
Well,
Now there are some rumors, like I said, that there's like his treasure, they're saying that his treasure's buried inside the building where he buried gold in the bricks. Okay. Some of the hauntings that they've had in there is like, especially around the fireplace. Pair of glowing red eyes seem like they're always peering out of the fireplace, and there's no fire in it, but there's red eyes looking out of this thing. They don't know if it's demonic or whatever, but who knows? I hadn't been in there to do an investigation. That'd be interesting to get in there and doing an investigation. But they make too much money just to shut it down for one night and say, let's investigate it. You'd have probably during a weekday, like doing a hurricane.
Wednesday.
Like a hurricane passing through, and
God!
and then they probably doing business then because that's a hurricane party.
I cannot.
I'm just
I
saying.
cannot.
Lock the doors and put the sandbags in front of the door. Let's roll.
I don't know how I feel about that. That's all I'm saying.
Be all Captain
Baby,
Morgan
that's
and
the
shit.
real deal. That's how you do it. You board up your windows, you sandbag your door
And pray.
to stop the water from coming in.
That's in the city, which is below sea level. I don't think we're gonna
Man,
be
that could
chilling
be on
in the city.
At Mandeville.
Mandeville's
You could
same
be
way.
on the North Shore. They got
They got a
areas
lot
on
of
the North
rivers.
Shore that flood.
Yeah, it's rivers all around us.
Listen,
Just throw out
A
this
lot of
goodies
houses
out
are
there and
built-
just use them for buoyancy. Just float by my house so I can get on.
I
And-
cannot.
We get a little trolling motor, we stick it in your butthole, and we'll just
Oh
go
my
on where we gotta go.
Epic. like a little 25 Emerald,
all
the
you
trawler
need.
mode.
I
Just something to
cannot.
get you from one side to the other. That's all. We ain't looking for no speed. Just getting there is half the fun.
Y'all are messed up. I mean, we need the NC-17 warning for sure. I don't know why it's not scrolling along the bottom.
I don't know.
Lord,
Let's see. Let me get the banner on there. Let me see. Oh, which one is it? I got to redo it because I still got Scotty and Steven's name on there. I hadn't even put.
that's all right. That's all right. We just need to have that NC-17.
It's on the banner.
Well, at any rate, so he was not really a true Robin Hood because he also killed people.
Well, what you think Robin Hood did? He probably killed some people. They just ain't made it. They just downgraded it a little bit.
Say, and I just want to throw this out there too. He wasn't the petty thief that stole out of people's houses. He was a thief that stole from stores. You know what I'm saying? They got insurance, really don't belong to nobody. It's not sentimental. He didn't attack little frigates, people that's little merchants and shit. He went after big ass ships. He went after shit that had the Queen's flag flying on it. Yeah, he wanted that bread. It wasn't worth him. He's got to feed 3 crews and still make a profit.
He got 3 crews, about 16 kids, and about 4 wives he got to feed.
You swear his name was Tyrone. Fuck.
But that doesn't make it better. I mean,
listen, you are Americanized and you don't see things the way they was living back then. Back then it was sword buckling. It was you offend me and I'm gonna call you out and we're gonna duel. And if I don't do this and let other people see that I don't address when you disrespect me, well, then I can't hold my head up in society because I'm looked at as being a coward. And that's how society was. It was a different way of living. Nowadays, I'm going to show you a perfect example. Nowadays, if a man tries to marry a 15, 16-year-old, you're going to jail. Back then, you would have been selling your daughter off to a rich, wealthy man that was fucking in his 60s damn near because he had a state
and your daughter was
property
9
and money and establishment. You didn't live during their time, so you don't understand how they were living back then. They didn't have Section 8 and HUD housing to hold your hand. They didn't have entitlement babies. They didn't have jobs everywhere in commerce.
Well, I walked y'all down Blacksmith, Pirates Alley, right there between the cathedral and the pavilion, and that's all Pirates Alley. And right there in that courtyard, right behind there, that's where they actually had duels in there.
Yep.
You would fight to the death.
Imagine you're born. Yeah, imagine you're born into a poor, dirt poor family with nothing. I mean, really nothing. You're living in a shack. You know what I'm saying? And you want a better life for yourself, but society is not going to let you step up. And you're in a choice now. Your family's starving. You don't have nothing else to do, but you could join up with these bandits who say they're going to pay you and put food on your table and in your mouth. This guy, John Lafitte, comes along and says, hey, man, I'm going to give you a life. I'm going to put food in your belly, and I'm going to give you a way of surviving. All you got to do is stick with me.
And pay tribute.
Man, people would have jumped at that. They were starving. These people living in a fucking swamp.
Then you
they ain't got shit.
And figure all the diseases that was out there. You had cholera, you had yellow fever, you had all kinds
malaria.
of shit malaria that swept through the city so many times and killing thousands of people at a time.
Crazy.
Well, but obviously what he was doing was crimes because he had multiple warrants from multiple countries.
Well, he wasn't a good guy, as we're trying to say. He was,
even though it was a different time, different era.
He was OG, baby. He was OG.
And people lived by a different mindset. What he did was still wrong.
Well, what you're doing today,
I'm not saying it was right.
Gonna say we're doing wrong now. I mean, you don't know that.
Listen,
back then it was right.
I'm not saying it was right, but I'm just going to throw this out there. Is it right to drop a bomb on a city in an area where you don't know exactly who's in that area? Because we do it every fucking day over there in the Middle East. Civilians get killed constantly that have nothing to do with the Taliban or ISIS. But we still bomb the shit out of them areas to get those people out of there. Is it right?
That? They call that collateral damage.
Collateral damage. You were a casualty of war. Sorry. It is what it is.
So
but we claim to be the good guys, right?
You're saying all
we claim to be the good guys. What we say we do is righteous. We do it as righteous, but when they do it, it's not.
Government says that. I do not say that. There's the big difference. I don't think it's right that innocent people die during war. I don't even think it's right that soldiers die during war.
I'm not, but what I'm saying, I'm not saying what I'm saying is I'm using that as an example to say that the exact same thing is going on right now. The same thing, and we're the so-called good guys in this. Because it's all from the angle that you're looking at. If you had been that deprived person that didn't have nothing and was starving in the streets, and somebody came and offered you an apple or a food, a way to make a living, You can't go get a job. You ain't going to school because the fact is you don't come from the right parents. You don't got the right background. You don't have the money. Back then it took that to be part of those social groups because that wasn't for everybody. Those were social groups. You didn't hear of poor kids going to school back then. It was elite. The elite children had schooling and schoolmasters.
I get what you're saying. I do.
Plantation owners and shit like that.
But
you know, so you look at it and it's like,
go ahead.
How can somebody judge you if they never been in your shoes?
I'm not judging him. I don't judge anybody based on their decisions. Now, with that being said, I'm saying that government as a whole and the law that stood back in his time, his era, found him guilty of breaking the law. Am I saying that he should sit back and starve to death? No. Am I saying that he did what he had to do? Probably so. I wasn't there, but it was a different time. And there was a struggle. I get that. But are you going to rightfully say that the only way to get out of struggle in that era was to become a pirate?
No, but there was no, how would I say this? There was no gray line. There was no middle class. You were either wealthy with nobility or you were poor. You were peasant. You even here in the New World, the elite stayed with the elite and the poor were pushed into a poor section. That's just how it was.
That's how it is now. Let's talk about New
Hold
Orleans.
on now. We have middle class. The middle class American makes up the workforce of the United States right now. You cannot tell me that. They did not have a class where,
I can't tell you that because you show me the work stats in New Orleans and you show me how much poverty and how much Section 8 and how much I'm living off the welfare that's in that city as a whole compared to the working middle class, because I guarantee you that the poverty level and the numbers in the poverty level and the numbers of people in that poverty level that do not work, that do not better themselves, that do not forward themselves are still in that rut. And they have the capability of trying to get out.
Now I want to say something
but you can't listen.
I want to say something
at the same time though. Hold on, I gotta say this. Because I've been trying to finish this. Baby, back then, if I was poor, okay, there was no school that I could go to get an education. There was no TOPS programs. There was no government assistance. There was not that. So if I was poor, I was going to remain poor. If I was a slave, I was going to remain a slave. That's just how it went. Yeah, there was nobody in society that was going to give me a better job and help me advance in society because society restricted that at that time. There was no self-made millionaires. There was no, I was going to go out tomorrow and start a stone mill business and I was going to become the next tycoon. Because the people that already had that business in the area was going to run me out of town. They were going to smash my business. That's how it went. It was a good old boy system back then. It's not like today. So what I'm saying is this. I'm not saying that crime is the only way to go. But the legitimate way, man, you have a 1 in a million chance back then of doing it. Some golden ticket was going to fall in your lap and you was going to get some type of a good status in the high standings of people in society. Now I can be poor as fuck. My mama could have been a crackhead. I could have came from Section 8 projects. And there's shit out there right now that's going to help me if I want it and strive for it in education to get it. If I'm hungry right now, and
I want to say this right
now. If I'm hungry.
See how they're arguing right now, people? Everybody who's watching, see how they're arguing? After this show, you won't be able to get in touch with them for about an hour and 15, hour and 20 minutes because they be having some sex. I'm telling you now, this is just all the time with these two.
We're not arguing.
I was about to say.
This is a
conversation. Yeah, listen, we don't argue. We do this all day. Like we go, like we
Yeah.
conversate about stuff,
This is a
crazy
conversation.
stuff. So I
I'm not
mean,
angry, and I don't
no.
just.
Oh, I beg
And
to
you know
differ.
what?
You starting to smash him with your booby before the show.
Listen, I boo punched him yesterday, and I don't even remember why.
Did
But
you
I
or
boo
did you
punched.
not? Did you or did you not threaten to smash him with your booby before the show?
I did. I said I was going to punch him with both my boobies today, and he'll like it.
You killed him.
That's not violence. See, he's smiling.
You would kill that man. You would kill him.
No, this is good debate. Jason and I have a lot of conversations on a regular basis, and I'm not mad. He has his opinion, I have mine, and there's a lot of time where we agree to disagree, but we will debate the shit out of the topic. I mean, it is what it is. I'm just saying.
We're trying to say back then it was shit.
And I
It was a
get
total
that.
shit show.
I
So
get
you
that.
had to steal what you want or you take what you want.
But my point was this, Howard. That mindset still exists in lower income and the shit parts of the city. And you can't tell
Well,
me.
yeah, it's a toss up between
Most definitely.
starving to death or going to eat.
Yeah. I mean, baby, listen, it's not even, let me explain this to you. You might not understand this, but human nature, you stick enough people in one area, it's like sticking a bunch of dogs on one bowl of food. They're going to all eat off that bowl okay at first, but eventually that bowl ain't enough for them and they're going to start getting hungry. And when they start going to that bowl, they're going to go to nipping at each other. And then it's going to be biting and fighting over dominance of who gets to eat and who don't. That's human nature. That's been happening since the beginning of time. It's not going to change.
Animalistic. Like what
It
happens
is
in
what
your
it
bedroom.
is.
In your bedroom.
Oh, y'all get to see me and Jason in rare form.
I mean, listen. If it wasn't for the good, violent people in the world, bad, violent people would overrun it.
Definitely.
You can play that Gandhi. Yeah, you can play that Gandhi role if you want. When a motherfucker walks up to you with an axe or a machete, you stand there and eat that bitch if you want. Gandhi ain't never got hit with a machete. He ain't never got hit with that Zimbabwe. Uh-huh.
I'm with you.
He'd have went and fucked with them Africans, he'd have been missing his head.
Who said boobs solve everything?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking.
That's pretty awesome.
Let's see.
Courtney said, "Amen, PP." Talking about paranormal penis.
He has struck again.
He strikes every day.
That's David Hope. David Hope.
Oh. Hey, David.
And here's one of her brothers right there.
I cannot.
Showing some love and support.
I cannot.
See, Jason's all right. He's in the next room.
I could walk right to hell to that next room.
He outrun you.
You ain't living like that. Stop it. Don't make me come in there. I'll do it.
Excuse me?
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Go gadget penis.
Go gadget. Man, my poop.
You're what?
Willie's being good right now. I was petting Willie.
What you call Willie?
You want to steal Willie? Oh, he just ran off.
He's
Again.
camera shy.
Yeah, right, boo boo.
You're freaking him out,
And
baby.
Willa just threw up on it. Clean it up. Yeah, right.
Get back
bro.
to this.
It's
Get
okay.
back to just Jean Lafitte so the economy sucked. Let's put it that way. People were starving. They had disease everywhere. People were dying on a daily basis. And if you got somebody who's going to offer you a little bit of cash in your pocket to come sail on his ship, that's what you got to do. You're going to do jobs. It's like working offshore.
Listen, he didn't just offer you cash. Yeah, he didn't just offer you cash. He offered you brotherhood. He offered you, listen, you ride with me, I'll ride for you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You part of my crew. If somebody fucks with you, they fucking with all of us. There's strength in numbers. You can say what you, it is what it is.
It's like gangs. That's today's gangs. You get jumped
Strength
in,
in numbers.
and you're stealing and doing everything for a common goal. So happens that the captain gets all of it, but I mean, and then did you know that once you on that ship, you know that once you're on that ship, say like you just a deckhand or whatever, or you're a buoy boy or whatever you want to call you, whatever they got rigging, they got you in the rigging. No matter what part of the ship you're working on, you had to pay tribute to your captain. It's like paying rent.
Which entailed what?
You paid rent, basically. You paid tribute. You paid tribute. You whatever it was, you paid tribute. You give them a little percentage of what you made. You give them like a 10%, whatever you made on whatever you stole.
From what I remember, this is how it goes, baby. Listen. Everybody raids a ship, right? We attack a ship. They break into the hold. The captain divides the booty between the men. Then the men are supposed to give a percentage back to the captain.
It's tribute.
You got to understand, back then, they were real superstitious on them ships, yeah.
Women can't go on the
certain
boat.
things.
Seagulls,
yeah, certain things had to be a certain way. Cats couldn't be on a boat. That was a no-no. A woman was a bad omen to have a woman on a boat.
Really?
We all gonna die. There's a woman on this thing.
They believe a lot of pirates. That was a common belief that women bring bad luck on ships.
They were scared they were going to drive. They would sink the boat for sure.
Yeah, and believe it or not, most captains were homosexuals. They were faggots. That's what the fuck they had a cabin boy for. A cabin boy wasn't nothing but a punk, a little fruit. The captain be fucking. That was common.
Now I heard a different thing about the small cabin boys. Now, if the ship went down, and say that you was in a lifeboat, and you're out in the middle of the sea for weeks at a time, and you got little food and little water, the smallest one would be the cabin boy, and they would sacrifice the cabin and they would cannibalize him.
I don't know. Google pirates, cabin boy, and homosexual, and the same thing, and watch what pops up.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, they do that too.
Yeah, it was a bunch.
But they also use them as that's what they cannibalize. You can also look that up.
Mm-hmm.
That's just known fact. That's what they used to do to them. They would cannibalize the cabin boy.
A lot of pirates got shanked. A lot of pirates became they weren't even into piracy. They got shanghaied.
Yeah.
You know what shanghaied is?
Mm-hmm. Got pulled in.
When you get drunk in a bar. Yeah, you get drunk in a fucking bar, and tomorrow you wake up on a ship in the ocean, and you given a choice: work or get pushed over the side. And make you think twice about drinking at the local pub, huh?
Baby, you have offended some of the audience.
Yes, you have.
Hey, do you see what my name says?
Baby, the person that you offended is a very big supporter of this show.
What did I say that offended him?
FAGGOT.
Oh my God. I apologize. Would you rather the politically correct homosexual?
Homosexual would be fine.
Yes.
Homosexual? Does that term?
Yes.
Yes.
I apologize.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are you doing in the kitchen?
I was thinking about cooking something out the refrigerator.
What? We just had dinner 2 hours ago. What you
I
cooking?
know. I don't know. I'm gonna ask Willie what he wants to eat.
I can. The dog. The dog.
Oh my Lord. But yeah. Joshua says he accepts your apology.
Thank you. I get loose the mouth, man. I don't offend. I don't try to offend nobody. That's not my goal.
Yeah. Jason's from the New Orleans. He's from the wards. He's from the 8th ward.
That's how he talks, Joshua.
That's the way they
he doesn't mean no disrespect. He has family and friends that's gay.
I don't got no problem with gay people, but I mean, if I see it, it's like saying that guy with the big mole over there. I might not know his name, but everybody in the room knows him as the guy with the big mole on his face.
That's right.
It just is what it is. I mean, I understand some people don't like certain slurs that are used. So
y'all know I ain't got no problem with gays or homosexuals because I was standing on the corner of St. Anne and Bourbon Street. I get ready to
matter of fact,
I don't give a fuck. I don't give
matter
a
of
fuck.
fact, I'm a lesbian.
Me too.
I am. I love pussy. I'm lesbian.
I cannot.
Gay as hell.
I cannot. Hold that thought.
You got Pete.
Oh, that thought.
She coming to beat your ass. You better run.
She ain't living like that.
Yeah, she will. She'll live like that and come at you gangster style. She's gonna do a hit. Look, down. See? Now, once you see his screen go blank, then you know. Look, she's telling some shit. He had to put the mute on. Tonight's topic is we're talking about Jean Lafitte, the pirate, and the blacksmith shop that's associated with him. About him selling his contraband and stuff like that out of the blacksmith shop, him and his brother Pierre, and also that actually the bar room that the Jean Lafitte's blacksmith shop is one of the most oldest bar rooms in the United States, and it's probably the most haunted. But it is the most haunted spot, one of the most haunted spots in the city of New Orleans. That's what we're talking about tonight. So, and its connection, actually, he's been all over the South. I mean, he's been in New Orleans and his last known locations were in actually Galveston, Texas.
So I wonder if Jean Lafitte got any Creole babies in the city.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, he's French, and majority of the people in that area would have been black. So, I mean, that's what makes it Creole.
Yeah. Well, that goes back to when the slave owners, slaves and stuff like that too. You got to remember that. You know, that happened. But that's a whole different other topic. That's a whole different other show. So if y'all had any questions about Jean Lafitte, please ask. There's only so much we can actually tell you about it. Like there's a road that actually is on Barataria. You go down Barataria Boulevard, you run down and you go straight. It goes all the way down to Lafitte, goes all the way down to the pilot town, Louisiana, which is You fall off in the Gulf of Mexico once you get to Pilot Town. Whoop, you fall off in the Gulf. And you get Venice, Port Sulphur, all that area. And there's on that same road, there's a used to be there years and years ago. They used to have a big old oak tree. They used to actually, the branches would hang over the road. And there's been rumored to say years and years ago, truck drivers used to go back there because that's how you deliver oil tubes and stuff on this road. And that was the only road in and out going back there. They would see people that were hung from that tree. And that was to believe there'd been pirates that they hung back then. But I don't know if they cut the tree down or what, but there was a tree back there. It was, like I said, a big old oak tree. And they used to, like I said, you'd pass on the road, just like if you was on them old stories where you seen a woman in white standing on the side of the road, or a woman or some hitchhiker. You get in the car with you, go so far, and then all of a sudden they disappear and stuff. That's what one of those stories were. Yeah, we're from Louisiana. No, I'm from Louisiana. Jackie's from Louisiana. Jason's from Louisiana, but he's living in Indiana right now, but he's coming back to Louisiana. And the Listen Queen herself, that's husband and wife down at the bottom. We're both husband and wife teams. And she's from Indiana, but she's moving down here to Louisiana.
So what's your question?
What's your question, Phil? Yeah, that and then, like I said, they tried to find his treasure. Some people say it was buried in Lafitte. They never could find it. Some people said it's buried in that bar. They're not going to tear them walls down to do anything. Have you noticed the paranormal activity increase after Katrina? Yeah, it has increased a lot. Each hurricane, you got to remember, being a paranormal investigator, once we go into, and I think everybody can agree with this, if you're a paranormal investigator, if you go into a haunted location and there's no activity, you get something like a Jacob's ladder or an EMF pump, something of that nature, and you actually putting electricity back into the air, the activity starts picking up, because that's what these spirits usually feed on is electrical. And when you're thinking about these big storms that pass through, that's not but thunderstorms and stuff and lightning storms, and that actually charges that atmosphere, and you get all kind of weirdness that happens after that. So that's why it's something. Oh, Josh said we should start a paranormal coupleship.
I don't know. My husband's kind of gangster. I'm gonna have to teach him proper etiquette. Boob slap him a few times.
You said slap him, I can deal with that, but boob slapping, no. You don't want to give the man brain damage or kill him. Yeah, but matter of fact, it was after Katrina. That's when that couple was from New Orleans. There was a big thing about it. They were boyfriend and girlfriend, and that's the one where he killed his girlfriend and he cooked and ate her. And he killed himself because something possessed him. There was nobody in the city, and the whole city was so charged up that it was attacking people that were still here. And that's what they believed, that something actually possessed him, and he wound up killing his girlfriend. And matter of fact, when they got into their house after they found his body, because he killed himself and he was in the middle of the street, he had a note pinned to his chest, and they went into the house, and on the stove, he had parts of her cooking on the stove, and there was parts of her still in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
And that same location, they actually stripped down that location. They pulled the sheetrock out of the walls. They stripped the flooring. They stripped the whole thing out. But the idiots who own it left the original refrigerator and the original oven, the original stove in the place where he cooked and kept her body. So the place is haunted. So they had a lot of activity there. And we was talking about some haunted locations that once we're talking about Fear Fest. If you want to stay into a haunted location, a hotel, once you come down here, you don't have to stay necessarily where we're telling you to stay. The hotel, Montleon, and he's playing with his Cordy.
He's playing with his Willie.
Playing with his Willie.
That's Courtney's name.
And it was a hotel pavilion. Two of the most haunted hotels in New Orleans. So if you can get in the Hotel Montleon, that's not just to say, do you think they'll let us in there for free? Well, hell, Steven, you sit on the board, call them up. Shit. I don't know. Chrissy, Steven said get on that.
Steven can kiss my ass. He can pick up the phone just as easy as I can.
So get on that.
Quit telling me what to do.
And another there's a very famous restaurant in this city.
Not boss, you do what you want to do.
That you can go eat,
Yeah.
and you can actually eat in a haunted restaurant, which is Antoine's. Antoine's it's been here recently. It's been very active. Just asking, bro. Just asking. Chill, bro. Ed. We still gotta get in touch with that other hotel. I don't know if you ever did get in touch with it.
The Hyatt?
Yeah,
No.
you gotta reach out
yet.
to them. And they people are gonna be stuck with those other dates.
Yeah. Uh-oh. We lost Jason.
Just playing with his Willie.
And that happens.
Somebody got to play with it.
Play with it every day. I promise you.
Maybe he just wants some alone time with it.
Well, I mean, he don't get much of that because I like to play with it more than he does.
Maybe he needs to pick some lint off of it, put some Windex on it.
I mean,
You might want to put some Windex or something on it. I don't know.
I mean, it's shiny and pretty already. He don't need Windex.
You don't know.
I do know.
Maybe some furniture polish or something. Get that high glow on there. Wax it up.
I cannot.
Don't fight it, Willie. Just accept it.
I know what you're talking about, Josh.
It's like awakening the dead sometimes.
Just accept it, Willie. Stop fighting.
I forgot what that was like. It must be. It's nice to be young again.
Shoot.
Just saying.
It's fantastic. We get done with round one, and I say, I'm ready for round two. And he just smiles or laughs. And a couple minutes later, round two, here we go. Sometimes I'm lucky and I ain't even got to say it. He's just talented like that.
We wanted to also think that venue and everything we're talking about for Fear Fest, that is tentative. It's subject to change. So we just want to make sure people know that. We put out some dates and a venue, but it is subject to change.
And that's one of the things. The contract locked in.
Yeah.
And when the contract's locked in, everyone will know.
Yep.
That we're working hard to get that in right now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, people. It's a lot of work. That's all I can say. As I approach the Golden Girls years, great sex is fantastic. I can't complain. I don't have any complaints in that area. I think very few times Jason has beat me to the punch, and when he did, he knows he better be ready for round 2 and 3, or there's gonna be hell to pay.
Oh my lord! You see what Steven said?
Oh Lord, stop crying. You know we're playing with you, boss. Shit. You're still muted, Jason.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah. What'd you say?
I can't see none of the comments. Like how y'all can see what everybody's doing.
Oh, because Howard's not putting them up on the screen and you're on a cell phone. So it's
Yeah, but you can swipe it up. You can see the comments. You can see comments as they're coming in. Yeah. So we're still working on a lot of this stuff for the Fear Fest.
I see. I knew that. Get him talking again. There you go with that boss shit. You are the boss, Steven. You're the owner. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to yell. You are the boss. You're the owner.
Don't talk to him with that tone.
How do you want me to talk to him? See?
Better take some of that bass out of your voice. Huh?
Listen, I'm going to give you some bass tonight, baby. That's all I'm saying.
So how's everyone's Christmas? I wanted to know that. How's everyone's Chrissy just got a present just yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, my son brought presents. So I've been watching the Outlander, the series, and I
I'm
actually,
sorry.
I'm
sorry.
It's actually good. I
If
watched
you
the
say
whole
so.
I watched the whole series, and then he brought me the whole book series because the books are always better than shows. I don't care who you are. I am super excited because I really, really liked that setting and that era and that time frame and the storyline, and so I'm super excited. And he got me some chakra healing crystals. He got me some chakra meditation crystals. They got me some of my favorite candy and some fuzzy socks. So,
Oh, and the fountain, the little fountain.
oh yeah, a little meditation fountain that has rocks and you put water in it and it runs on battery and there's a little light for relaxation.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, my kids all got me metaphysical stuff.
I got a water fountain too. I usually go sit on the shitter.
I,
And I eat, and you hear that water just trickling. I'm just sitting down there. I enjoy that. Jackie knows I sit in the bathroom for hours if she let me.
I love being in the bathtub, not on the toilet, but in the bathtub.
I love being on the toilet. I just, just sit there. It's quiet.
No.
So Jackie comes in there. What are you doing in there? Get out of there!
I know, like 3 hours go by and you're still in there.
On the toilet?
Yeah.
It's a safe place. It's my safe place.
I cannot.
I'm a dropping top. I'm gone. I shouldn't get. I don't sit on the toilet long.
Me neither.
No.
Glad to hear you had a good Christmas, Josh. And really, my whole thing is Christmas isn't about the presents. I really just enjoy the togetherness time with your family and your close friends. Because it really shouldn't be about the presents.
She don't, Joshua. She don't. She thinks I'm dead. She's gonna find me on the toilet like Elvis.
Listen, Josh, I mean, Howard will call people from the toilet on video chat.
King of the throne.
I don't care. I'll take a bat. I'll call you on the phone. I'll video chat with you. I'll go live. I don't give a shit.
You did. You were on the Listen Queens from the bathtub. Yes, you did.
I got me a new sign that says on air. So every time when I hit on air, it comes on air.
Oh, well, that's cool.
Yeah. And then I got me a popcorn maker with all kind of popcorns. I showed you that.
Yeah.
All the different kinds of. And then my brother got me this little Ghostbuster car.
Yeah, I like that.
Are you talking about the dog, Josh? That's Willie. That's our corgi.
He done decided I'm his pillow.
I thought he looks like he's humping you.
He's laying on me. I laid down on the couch and he jumped clean up on me.
We just had to do some surgery. We just had to clip the dog's nails just a while ago. Talk about one man carrying some bitches and holding them down.
Even I've seen you on the toilet. You've called me on video chat. Both
Yeah,
you
but
and Howard.
I got pictures of Steven on the toilet though.
Yep.
I got pictures of Steven on the toilet.
Taking a shit.
Taking a shit. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I got it.
Josh says, I agree with your man. Yeah. You get in there, get your business done, and you get out. He ain't never in that bathroom longer than just a minute or two. Unless he's in the shower or bath. And then I'm there watching him like a hawk, taking pictures of him. See, Jason thinks it's funny. He'd be like, do I look better from the left or from the right? And so I started taking pictures. Oh, thank you, Josh. He is a cute dog. Lord, we've took hell trying to train him though. Whoo.
He's learning little by little. He's getting it little by little.
Yep, he is.
Steven says every time I talk to him, he's got to go take a shit.
I cannot.
You like a natural. You say you like a natural laxative.
I'm a turd whisperer. I can talk it right out of you.
I can. Y'all are something special. That's all I'm saying. Something special. Jesus. Okay.
So do any of y'all know what areas that John Lafitte actually did a lot of pirating in? Like what oceans? Where was he really? Where did he do most of his shit from?
Well, I know this pirate. He got a lot of shit going on with him.
Oh shit!
Not. Oh, Jesus.
You got to push, drop, and chop. That's how it works.
Arr! Yeah, he's even got the hat on and everything. He's ready.
I cannot.
Arr.
That's funny.
Good times. Good times.
I cannot. I don't know. I mean, I didn't do that much in-depth research on him to know where he did most of his pirating, but I would imagine, wouldn't it had to have been close to the New Orleans area if he
Well, I
frequented?
mean, within 3 days sailing, you could be out of the Gulf of Mexico. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. You just catch around the peninsula, go down to the Keys of Florida, and you're right there in the Caribbean.
yeah. Or you could have went the Texas side towards Mexico, Tijuana, all that down there. Or not Tijuana, but damn, I can't think of the big resorts on the coast out there in Mexico. Cancun and Cozumel.
You got to remember, New Orleans was a major port.
Yeah.
It was a direct line up into the United States. It was a way to transport shit deep up into the New World, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, because what you do is it's like you come and you bring it to New Orleans, and whatever's from overseas, whatever, you come to New Orleans, and then you have the Mississippi River, which branches out to like what I believe the Ohio and stuff like that. So you basically can go all up in the center of the United States just following the river system.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where the steamboats come in, or the paddle boats, river boats.
So he never had warrants from the United States.
The United States wasn't even a government yet.
Yeah, that was.
There wasn't a United States yet.
Okay. Well, so then the one country that he had warrants from, he was pardoned for his help, right?
Well, he had warrants from a bunch of other countries too, but yeah, he got pardoned from France.
And because France owned that area at the time,
other countries couldn't come in and fuck with him.
They couldn't come and take him.
Yeah.
Like Steven says, you can see what you're saying, bro. Jackie heard that. She even stared, bro. You said something from Kenna? Motherfucker, what? Bro? You getting bra her. She knows the bra. Look at her.
Bro.
Jackie hasn't said much tonight. She's just sitting back listening. Hey, Shannon.
Hey, Shannon. Yeah, but there's so many stories and so many things that, I mean, I wanted to get this guy. He's actually a professor at UNO, University of New Orleans, and he's a historian on Jean Lafitte. And I reached out to him last year, and to come on, and he didn't get back to me till recently. So we might be bringing him on and let him tell. Let him. He's written books about it.
Oh wow! So he knows probably his whole life story.
Yeah, he knows everything.
Yeah.
Where he was born and everything else. I mean, I sent you that video, and it tells you where he was born and everything else, what he's done and everything that's down here. My biggest thing was the blacksmith shop itself, being that it's haunted. Now I try to research where just photos or some documentation of haunts, things that have actually been seen or captured in the bar. But again, it's a bar that stays open 24/7. It's always got people in there. So it's hard that anything that you capture will be tainted.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah. You don't have a controlled environment. However, I will say though, I mean, maybe for EVPs you're going to be tainted, but for pictures, I mean, you may still capture some good stuff.
Well, just like those pictures I showed you today with the Myrtle's plantation.
That was amazing. That spooked the fire out of me. Let me tell you, that was crazy.
We've got photos and stuff. I mean, we got video of me sitting in that doll's room and that orb that touches me, and I didn't see it. I just felt it. I just felt fingers. When I said, "Did you get that? Did you get that?" Because I knew they had the night vision on it, and I thought maybe they could have caught something. At that time, you seen that orb. It was a huge orb that just came down and touched me on the arm.
Yeah.
That was kind of freakyish. And then of course what we saw in that wood line, and then Jackie leaving me out in the fucking woods.
That's right.
So there are stories of the Jean Lafitte bar being haunted. Where do
Right.
the stories come from? Is it from just people who have gone there?
Eyewitnesses.
Or-
That's the thing. Now you got eyewitnesses that saying they saw that stuff, but what spirits are they talking about? You know, are they talking about actual spirits? Or are they talking about spirits? You know, because it is a bar.
Well, yeah. But I mean, I don't know.
That's what I mean. It's basically what spirits, what these spirits are actually making you see what the other spirits. You know, it's
Say, Howard,
Hey,
who was that guy? Who was that guy in the 80s or the early 90s that got on top of the big building up there in New Orleans and started shooting the police?
he wasn't shooting police.
He was
a
an ex-
sniper. Yeah, he was. He
was an
started shooting
ex-military sniper.
Yeah, he just started shooting.
He
people.
came
He didn't give
home
a fuck.
and
That was at the World
Yeah.
Trade Center. He was on top of the old World Trade Center, right there in the
Yeah.
Canal Street, and he just started picking people off. He didn't give a fuck.
it took
Picking
days
them
for
off
them
the
to
grid,
catch him.
Yeah, he was up there for a while. I thought you was going to reflect back on Frankie and Johnny.
Oh, no.
Uh,
Frank Johnny. Bad credit, no credit. See the special man.
You just let him
Let
have
him
it.
have it.
I cannot.
You can pull those commercials up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Sure can. Yeah, but New Orleans has a lot.
Yes,
There's so much you can see here. It's just unbelievable. And like I
Listen,
said,
but Frankie-
it is on a lot of people's bucket list. So
I mean, ultimately, when you hit the city, the heart of the city, the French Quarters, you can feel the spirits. You can feel the death. You can feel the weight of the turmoil that's there. It's not just from hurricanes. This is a historic line
you
of
could feel.
tragedy and death.
Yeah, you could feel the
It's
paranormal
old.
penis. You could feel it all.
Yep.
Yeah.
The PP's out full force.
Oh,
It's thick.
yeah, it is.
I'm talking about the atmosphere, not his penis.
I'm talking about both.
Oh, okay. I don't only know
Long
one
and
side.
thick. We're good.
I'm just talking about one side of it. That's all I know. Sorry.
Be nice.
What the effer?
Now, I did capture him. We did capture him. We did capture a glimpse of this paranormal penis once before on a live that we were. Wasn't a live. It was an actual meeting we were having, and he kind of walked behind you, and we caught it. It's like a Bigfoot sighting, you know. It's just one of those things you just catch. You know, you just.
It's like that Jeff Corwin dude. You ever heard the skit where he's like, oh, it's the deadliest snake in the whole penitentiary. The trial's a snake. One snake, one spit from his deadliest venom could blind you for life. Oh.
That's true, that Stephen. He did pass away. He was a big Pirates fan.
Just want to say rest in peace to Mike Leach, the head coach of Mississippi State, and absolutely loved Pirates. Howard Petrie, look up pictures of his office online when you get a chance. You'll be impressed.
I seen that. It was on that shellacking that LSU did to. I didn't even want to watch that game. That was such an embarrassment for the other team. I mean,
Who did they beat?
who did they wind up playing? Jackie, you remember?
Who?
LSU. It was LSU. And, who was it?
Utah?
Yeah, you.
What
Yeah, the
bowl game? What
UUs,
bowl game was it?
Citrus Bowl,
What bowl
Yeah.
game did they? What
Citrus,
bowl
Citrus,
game did they get?
Citrus.
Citrus Bowl.
Yeah,
and Tulane got cotton and they won.
yeah. Saints won. Saints lost. When Saints won, they didn't. They didn't the playoffs, but they won. But yeah, Tulane won. They won the Cotton Bowl. Yep. And they
Who
were
went
the
to the
underdogs,
national
too.
championship this year?
It's Georgia and who else? Someone else. Georgia and
Yeah, Alabama, I think.
no, that ain't Alabama.
Yeah, I think it is. Look
I
it
think
up.
Alabama, when LSU beat Alabama like 3 games ago, that knocked Alabama out of the running for the top 4 because they got pushed back to like the 7 or 8 spot,
Yeah,
and they weren't going to be
11.
playing anybody
It
ranked
went all
after
the way
that.
down
So
to 11.
damn.
TCU.
Texas Christian
Alabama's
University.
not playing though. Alabama, I don't even think they even showed them no more Alabama. What happened to Alabama? Steve.
They shits now. That's what happened. I don't want to hear. Yo, if you're a Alabama fan, take your lick. I don't want to hear it.
And they make excuses.
I'm an LSU fan. You already know what it is.
You talking about Steven there, baby.
I understand, but he knows what it is. Look, this is my rival. This is my real rival. And Nick Saban, to make it even worse, swore he would never coach for another college team when he went to Miami to the NFL. We actually had a clause in Les Miles' contract that said that if Nick Saban wants to come back, his job is secured. And this bitch came back and went to Alabama in our division.
Well, LSU played Purdue. They played Purdue.
That's
LSU
right.
Purdue.
That's right.
Because Drew Brees was the Saints quarterback. He retired out, and he went and he was the quarterback's coach for Purdue. And at LSU, Louisiana State, where he played all these years for the Saints, he's going to go on the opposing team and teach, their quarterbacks. And it was, we spanked that ass, Drew.
Busting them up. Why would they even put us against a team like Purdue, though? Like, if they're not SEC, why would you even stick them against us?
They were same record. I think they were the Big Ten or something.
But that's the thing, though. They play in a weak-ass conference. It's like the year when Boise State went undefeated and they were crying they should be in a national championship. No, you shouldn't. You play bullshit teams. You're going to come in there and play Alabama or Georgia, LSU, and get smoked. No.
It was embarrassing for them. That's for damn sure.
Let's just be honest about this. And it is what it is, because 15, 20 years ago, it wasn't this. But right now, the SEC is the most dominant conference in college football. Has been for the last 10 to 12 years. Between Florida Gators, LSU, Alabama, Georgia stepping in. South Carolina had a run when they had Devontae and Clowney and all them over there. Been dominating college football. And you got conferences where you got other powerhouses like Ohio State and Michigan. But let's look at the record in the last 15 years. Ohio State's been to 9 national championships? They've won 1. They've lost 8 to SEC teams.
I don't know. I don't follow those stats. I listen to you talk about those stats.
I mean, it is what it is. You go back, in the 90s, it would have been USC, Michigan, North Carolina, Miami to U. None of them are SEC teams, but those were all the dominant teams in college football. USC.
Steven says now Tennessee.
Tennessee's in the SEC. Tennessee's in the SEC.
I'm just telling you.
I'm just telling you, no. No, and that's what I'm saying. If he hears me now, he hears what I'm saying. Tennessee is in the SEC.
Well, did
That's
you watch
an SEC team?
Did you watch that the clip that Jackie sent you with the Bengals and the Ravens?
Oh, with the guy catching a heart attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen it. I had seen it on TV though. I had caught it on my phone before. He's gonna have a rough time.
Yeah, they're not gonna resume the game, so they don't know what they're gonna do. That's gonna
They're
mess
gonna
up
let them
the playoffs.
finish playing their regular season.
Well, it's one game.
Everybody has to have 16 games completed. So if they're not going to reschedule it, what are they going to do? Put them down as a tie?
I guess.
Was it tied?
No.
It don't matter though, because you didn't go to regulation time. So even if the team was down, you're not giving them the chance to score again and win. If I'm down and they got 15 minutes left to play in the game and you end the game on me, that's not fair because I had 15 minutes to still score and have a chance to come back.
Well, so was it a forfeit?
No, they just.
It's not a forfeit because the NFL stopped it. It wasn't the team. The team didn't say, hey, we don't want to play.
The coaches stopped it. They said they wanted to go to the locker room. Then the NFL said, go.
But wasn't that from both teams?
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't like just one team saying, we don't want to play no more. It was like a mutual understanding that the game needs to stop because this was a serious situation.
Yep.
This is bigger than this game. You know what I'm saying? What just happened. So
what does that say for the overall score of that game then?
I don't know, but they're gonna let them finish the regular season. They ain't gonna have the game.
If you don't let them play it, you got to put something on their record because they have to have 16 games completed. So the only thing you can do is really put them as a draw, put them as an even, a tie. There is such thing as a tie in the NFL.
Yeah, that's what
Steven just said was declared a tie.
Okay.
They should have kept playing. They should have rescheduled it and played it out. Finish the game out. Just take it up, just wherever the exact time, exact ball position. They have all that on file, on record.
Mm-hmm.
Just pick up the game from that point on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It's just shitty though, because
if you beat the other team 35-3, and we're going to call it a tie, I'd be like bullshit.
It was only 7-3. It was only 7-3, and they only played 5 minutes of the game in the first quarter.
Oh wow!
Yeah, see, so you can't even. Yeah, that other team, nobody can.
Who's going to be the winner?
No, you couldn't. That's way too much time on the clock. Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Listen, you could be down. You could be down 3 touchdowns in the NFL inside of 5 minutes. If I got 5 minutes left on the clock, down by 3,
you can come back and win.
You can still lose. I've seen Patrick Mahomes. I've seen Tom Brady. I've seen Drew Brees. I remember Peyton Manning going in a 2-minute drill and scoring 3 minutes, scoring 3 times within 5 minutes. Mm-hmm. Defense come out, play solid ball, make them punt the ball, go down and score real quick. Same thing, back and forth.
The playoffs start next weekend. The playoffs start
next weekend because this is their last final week.
They didn't have time for the season with the playoffs starting this weekend.
Yeah, but it's not starting if it's got another weekend to go.
Because Saints have one more game.
They got one more game.
Yeah, I already warned Christian. I can't wait for playoffs to start. I'm gonna be on the TV Sunday. Monday Night Football. I don't know if they're gonna have Thursday. I think the playoffs is just Saturday and Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, that's right. AFC plays one day.
AFC is Sunday.
Unless they do 2-2, which is they have 2 games, AFC and
Yeah, they
NFC,
do. They
AFC
do.
and NFC.
They do 2 NFC, 2 AFC on Saturday, and then it comes back and does it again on Sunday.
Yeah. Get the teams down.
Because we're gonna have wild card weekend first.
Yep. People saying, "Oh, people have it." No, it's pretty much it's locked in now. All the teams are pretty much locked in.
Yeah, Tampa Bay going in.
Oh, Tampa Bay took the NFC South.
Yep.
Man. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of wanted Carolina to get in there.
No, I
Yeah,
kind of
dude.
wanted the Saints to get in there.
Well, I did too, but I mean, I knew they was out. You know, I knew there was no way they could get in, so it's kind of.
They could have.
Yeah,
I knew it was
if
up to
yeah.
Tampa Bay were lost.
And they were losing.
They were. They came back.
This Brady something else, man.
But they got talks about Sean Payton right now. They're talking about him going to the new expansion team. They got another expansion team they're supposed to be putting out there. And then
What city?
I don't know. They just said
DeMar Hamilton, 24 years old. Yep, that's the one who collapsed.
he had a heart attack. But yeah, they're talking about him going to the expansion team. One of them said he might be talking to going to. Another one's talking about possibly. Of course, Dallas is up in the air. There was another team that they were talking about him going to, but a lot of his closest friends and everything said if he comes back, he would come back to New Orleans.
I read something about they are supposed to sweeten the deal for Sean Payton, New Orleans. So that maybe that's a good sign to get him back.
And then Brady's up, his contract up. So they even got speculation that it'll be Sean Payton coming back to New Orleans, and he'll be courting Tom Brady to be the Saints head quarterback.
For 1 year, probably. He has to retire.
So. Yeah, man. Tom Brady's good and everything, but I don't want him. He's too old, man. Injury, it's coming. It's coming. He's going to get injured. And it's going to end his career, man. You tripping. You too old to be out there. You still got the game.
I want Joe Burrow.
Man, can you take the hit?
That's what I want because he's another Drew Brees.
Yep, Joe Burrow.
I'd love to get Joe Burrow.
I'd love to get Joe Burrow on my team on the Saints, and I'd love to get the one from Minnesota. He used to be for LSU. What was his name? Oh God, I can't think of his name.
What is it? A wide receiver?
Yeah.
No, we're gonna get Matt Ryan.
No,
I don't want that bum. That bitch a bum. I don't want him.
Jefferson. He used to be.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
I'd love to get him. Last game. He only caught one pass last week.
Yes, and that's unusual for him.
I want him to go get Jarvis Landry. Jarvis Landry is for sure hands. For sure. He's a great route runner.
They have a good one with that with the one receiver. What's his name? That starts with the O.
Man, you can give me Joe Burrow and you can give me Jamar Chase.
Olive or
wide
whatever.
receiver at Cincinnati. Smell his shoe.
He's good. The one that we have this year, he's good.
Chris Olave?
Yeah, him. He's good. Olave, he's good. Keep him.
But he don't
what?
We don't have no good quarterback for him though. We got fucking Andy Dalton, which he ain't bad, but he's not good neither.
Well, we can
he's not gonna bring you to a championship.
Bro, we can bring
we talked about that though. We talked about that though. But the offense for the Saints right now is designed for Jameson Winston. It wasn't designed for Andy Dalton. That was the problem. And you're trying in the middle of a season trying to convert your offense from Jameson Winston to Andy Dalton. It's not going to work.
Andy Dalton's not a mobile quarterback. This thing cannot run. So if the pocket collapses, you are dead.
Okay,
He's
but
not
if we
going to be the
can't
one
have
to run
Joe
out of the pocket.
Burrow, how about having Taysom as a quarterback?
I like Taysom Hill. I still would love to
I
have
ain't gonna lie.
Taysom.
Listen, I like him, but he's not a true quarterback. And in the NFL, you have to be dynamic to win Super Bowls as a quarterback.
Yeah, but he's a
If you don't
quarterback in
have a
college.
super, I understand that, but listen to what I'm saying. His speed in the NFL, you can't stick Tyson Hill in the pocket constantly. You can't. He's not real efficient from the pocket. He's better running gun. He's better rolling
Yeah.
out the pocket, doing shit like that. Our offensive line is not built for that. It's built for pocket protection. The problem is that when it does start to break down and collapse, the quarterback we got is not capable of running out of the pocket, and that's what we had it designed for. Because let's be honest about this. Other than Chris Olave, when's the last time we had a superstar receiver other than Michael Thomas who stays injured?
Did they ever get rid of him? I don't know if they ever got rid of him. They need to get rid of him.
We still got him.
Who's the
before him,
receiver before him?
The only thing he's doing is collecting a check. That's all he does.
Who was the other receiver before him?
Not Joe Horn. I'm trying to think of his name. Yeah, he was our big time receiver for a while. I can't get his name out right
12.
now.
He was number 12. He retired.
Yeah, he used to catch with one hand, man. Catch that football. I have videos of him catching that football like that one hand. I was like, damn, he's good. I forgot his name. Before Michael Thomas.
I ain't gonna lie to you. You know who I think the best receiver the Saints have ever had was? And you might think I'm crazy about this, but man, sticky fingers, Lance Moore. I don't give a fuck where you throw the ball around that dude. It could be behind him. He's not fast though, and he's not big. He's a good route runner.
Now. He's commentator. He used to do it for Channel 6, I think. It was Channel 6, Channel 4. He used to commentate.
Lance Moore was really, really fucking good.
We
and you have them. You have Joe Burrow, and you have Jefferson, and you have Olive or whatever his name is. Olive or whatever his name is. I was thinking about somebody else too on the Saints. Oh, Alvin Kamara as the running back. Have all of them, and that'd be an explosive team. And keep all the defense. Put that coach back on defense because he's a good defensive coach.
I'm gonna tell you something
Dennis
too. Andy
Allen,
Dalton,
good defense.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, when it came down to Andy Dalton, I'm not letting you throw the deep ball because you done showed me you're interception prone. You throw a lot of interceptions. So, and the pocket doesn't hold up that long no more. So I'm about to get you a beast ass tight end and a really good slot receiver. So all you got to do is 2-step and drop the ball off.
I don't know. That's where he made his interceptions by short throws. When he made the long throws, they caught it.
This is not sports radio or sports podcast. This is
that's why Christian got off too. I could talk football all day. I could watch football. I could watch football the whole time.
I know.
Howard fusses at me.
I mean,
I play Madden all day.
I got him cooking, and I'm sitting in the bedroom watching football. That's him. You're right, Sky. Yep. And most of the players Sean Payton got him from was Peru. Purdue.
Why did I get off? Really?
He's coming to beat that ass.
Boring football.
Oh, God. All right. We ain't talking about football no more.
Let's keep talking about football. It woke me up.
Nope. Listen, I had to listen to all his play-by-play on Madden. No.
I wish I had Madden tape. I'd be sitting there playing
Man,
Madden.
listen, I got a
I
super
love playing
team.
Madden.
I got Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Anquan Bolden, Marvin Harrison, Randy Moss, Jerry Rice.
Didn't you just talk to your husband?
Damn, that's good. That's a good team.
Didn't you
Man,
just
I
talk
got
to your husband?
all-star team on Madden.
Did you or did
I
you not
used to
just
like
talk to your
playing
husband,
old Green
Chris?
Bay.
What?
Did you or did not just talk to your husband?
About what?
The footballs.
Jason. Enough
Don't
football
Jason.
talk.
I used to like playing Green Bay.
Oh, here she comes. She coming to whip that ass.
Anyway.
This is where it gets good. This is what I've been striving for. This is what we're
Just so the audience knows and understands.
I ain't never scared.
Scared, but I'm fixing to pounce on him like a fucking lion.
He ain't living like that, y'all.
I am. I am. So when the phone drops and you see nothing but the ceiling, know that he truly wasn't injured, but he may be restricted momentarily.
What you gonna see is a picture of her ass.
We are.
I'm writing her down.
That's okay, because I'm wearing clothes this time, so you're not going to see nothing inappropriate.
We're not going to see no Riddler action tonight.
We are not talking football.
Right. So, man, what about them Yankees? How about them Yankees?
I don't like baseball.
I just see Jack Skellington like really blowed up.
He'd be good on the Saints team.
It's throw up. He's been puking.
Oh, really?
I'm about to get it. I don't know if his stomach ain't act right with them biscuits and shit, but
So hopefully in about a week or two.
Let's talk football.
We'll have some more information.
No. No. I literally had to knee him in the chest and stick my vagina in his face to get him to shut up about football.
I know, we just seen Jack Skellington. That's all it was. Jack Skellington across the fucking screen. That motherfucker was talking.
My pajama bottoms.
It was talking too. I never seen Jack Skellington talk his mouth that big before.
Well, it is what it is.
I thought he was yodeling.
He might have been.
Hey, if you live in Louisiana, you gotta like football.
No, I don't gotta like football. I can support Jason in his life.
It's a Saints and LSU thing.
But I don't gotta like football.
Everybody likes football.
Listen, it's a Southern, Grambling, UL, Louisiana Tech, LSU, Tulane. This is where it's at. In the Saints. That's right. And we don't care about the Pelicans because they suck
they
anyway.
Go shopping and they go home and put on their
here she comes. She's coming back. She's gonna find you. She's gonna kill you. She's looking to kill you now.
Walmart goes crazy on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
What, you want to do something about it? What? You're attacking my bird.
I'm gonna fuck you up right on the face.
Hold on, let's get this on the big screen. You gotta get this on the big screen.
Big screen, big screen. He's
running. That's right. If you scared, you better run. That's right. Why you don't come around this side of the table? You stay in one place. Stop. Why you running?
You want to talk about football?
Why you running? You talk about them linebackers.
Let's
That's it.
Talk about pirates. When she's coming at you, she's gonna get your booty. That's a damn
Oh, something happened.
Yeah, he's on the ground. Well, he was on the ground. He's running.
He's running.
Bring up football one more time.
I love football. All right, let me be quiet. I'm sorry, man. I love you. That's right. You better run.
What?
He's safe now.
He's hiding. Oh, he's outside.
Yeah, he's safe now.
You really
Fucking ran like a sissy bitch.
You was running.
What?
Everywhere I went around the table, you was on the other side. That's called running.
Because you were running from me because you scared like a little bitch.
You was running from me because you was scared. That's right.
You were dragging me across the kitchen floor.
Tell you what, you was dragging me across the floor.
You were in front of me. How was I dragging you?
Baby, I just want to say, what is that? That bullshit I smell?
Suck my ass. How I feel about that?
Randy Savage is gonna really whip your ass, so you better watch it. We got
yes, Scotty. We were on a damn football binge. I had to fucking change the goddamn topic because I was irritated.
All she was missing was a football pass.
You know what?
Jenna turns 17 tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Jenna. Freaking hurt my toe. Hey, he threw a cooler in front of me. It's a cooler. A big cooler.
Foreign object. It's not a cooler. It's a foreign object. We're talking wrestling.
David, did I throw it or did you just run into it? That's the real question.
At me.
Listen. I didn't make you run into it. I didn't make you run into it. You did on your own. Next time, listen. Next time, you gotta learn how to bob and weave, baby. That's how it works.
You just wait. I'm gonna do a video.
We're stopping on it. We have a 103D in progress.
Oh Lord. I cannot.
That woke me up though. I could talk about that all day.
Look, he's coming back in the house. You threw a cooler at your woman, at your wife?
He did.
No, she ran over the cooler. That's on her. I didn't do that.
Jason,
I don't know nothing about that.
Put your hands on the cooler and throw it in the direction where I was stationary.
No, there was definitely not hands involved. It was hand. One hand.
Oh, one
so
hand.
You don't know what you're talking about.
But you threw it.
I couldn't make you not trip on it. You did that on your own.
The cooler's almost as tall as my whole fucking leg.
Baby, just because we're standing on the end of the bridge doesn't mean that when you walk by and fall off on accident, you know what I'm saying? And we jumped, that's not our fault that you fell off, okay? You shouldn't have been up
That's
there.
what I've been saying about Jackie going off the bridge.
You know what? I can swim and float. So let's go,
I
baby.
can't swim. That's why he wants to throw me off the bridge.
I ain't saying drugs throw you off. I'm gonna take the whole
Oh,
car.
take the car. But I'll be down there with my cigarette and I'll be waiting for you.
You trying to go Eminem, put her in the trunk and send her off into the pier.
It's like this
You
every
be
day.
running when you see me come back up.
It's like this every day.
You got the cooler.
Justin!
There's Austin in the game.
Jason,
Cut here.
What?
that is not okay.
He's saying what's
Child
up.
pornography.
He's giving a shout out.
In a towel.
I mean, that ain't no different than being on a shitter in the bathtub. I'll do the stuff. If I gotta take a dump, I'm going to get on the toilet. Fact. Big old fact.
You know what?
I didn't see that.
You cannot behave. You're not going to be allowed on shows anymore. This is.
He's gonna be co-host with me on Hey Dude.
Yeah.
His phone is going to mysteriously disappear Sunday evenings from 9 to 10 p.m.
He's gonna disappear.
His phone.
He said, "Where you at?" He just take the big computer.
He don't know how to run it, and he can't get on it, so he don't have my fingerprint.
Just send the link to her phone. I'll grab her phone. She can't hide that. She'll go into depression if she don't have a phone.
He does. I do have his fingerprint on my phone too, and he has the code. I don't hide anything.
She'll hide mine. She ain't gonna hide hers.
No, because you'll get on Alexa and say, "Call my phone," and it'll call my phone. You
Oh,
know
so you
that.
played this game before? You already know how it works.
I know how you work. Oh, Lord, I cannot. Did you clean that mess up from Lily?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Cleaned it up.
He's a good husband. He cleaned the mess.
Hey, his tummy's upset. I don't know from what, but
Probably giving.
Even though he throws coolers, he's a good husband.
That's all right. He'll get what's coming to him tonight when we're not on camera and he can't fucking run. I'm getting out the zip ties today. Watch me. You better go to bed with fucking scissors.
man, listen. When Chrissy comes on the show tomorrow with a pair of sunglasses, she did it to herself.
You ain't living like that. You know it.
Listen, I ain't even gotta beat her up because when we go to wrestling, she beats herself up. Halfway through it, she's gonna hurt herself and blame it on me, but I'm just like, yeah, you did it to yourself because you was attacking me.
Oh, you are not going to say that. Anytime I get hurt and we're wrestling, you apologize. And then you feel bad. Don't even ask.
That's because I love you.
Exactly.
That's because I love you.
Exactly.
And I don't want to have you walking around fussing at me, being mad at me. So, of course, I'm going to take the blame. That kills the conversation. That's the argument right there. Look, yeah, it's my fault. I'm sorry, baby. I won't do it no more.
Mm-hmm.
Does he walk
really?
Off
You
Does
do
he
it
smirks
to
when he
yourself.
walks off when he says that?
No, he's sincere. He does love me.
I don't want to see my baby hurt. I don't want to see my baby hurt. I ain't never say that. If she's hurting and I'm feeling some type of way, so.
That's not what the life insurance policy says.
Don't tell her about that, Howard.
I'm talking about the one she's got on you.
Hers ain't nothing. Oh yeah, I ain't supposed to talk about that. Excuse me, y'all.
Oh shoot!
No.
So what time is your show this week? You having a Hey Dude show?
We gotta work on it. We gotta work out a scheme where Jason can actually steal the phone and actually do this.
I'll let him do the show. He done told me he ain't gonna get on there and disrespect me. He loves me.
Totally different than Howard. he says all my secrets.
I only tell your secrets when you call me a liar.
Austin.
She's gonna sit down there.
I don't call you a liar.
I'll sit down there and tell you did that. I know I didn't. Yes, you did. I did not do that. I said I got it on video. You lying until I post it on Facebook.
What are we talking about?
Me and my significant other.
What about you two?
She calls me a liar. When I tell her she's done something, she says, no, I didn't. I says, yes, you did. And she says, no, you did. I said, I got videotape of it. No, you don't. And then I put it on Facebook.
Oh, I can't put the videos on Facebook of Jason. I mean that would
sleeping. He got me sleeping.
Oh, I got Jason sleeping too, but I still couldn't put that video. It's something else.
Something creeping out from underneath that blanket, wasn't it?
Oh
yeah. He's smiling, you know.
Because I knew he wouldn't believe me if I didn't take the video.
Oh. You know that she was when you lay in bed at night and you be buck ass naked, Jason, she would say, y'all gotta be quiet. Because he gets up, he's gonna stand straight up and y'all gonna see everything. And we'd be back here yelling your name. We were yelling your name. Trying to wake you up.
They wanted to see your bird, but I told them I don't share.
She's kind of a bird connoisseur of sorts.
She knows her poetry, huh?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Smells like fish but tastes like chicken.
Oh Lord. No.
If it smells like fish, it tastes like trash can.
Mine does not smell like fish.
Nobody ever said it did, babe.
Exactly. I was just making that clear.
I wouldn't be with no woman that fucking it smells like fish.
Exactly.
Or shrimp heads, or dumpster juice, or anything else. Them punk ass females smell like
Oh Lord.
I'm just saying, listen, as a man, it's different for us women. But I know one thing: if I don't shower and I can smell myself, then I know you could smell me. So if you a female and you know your shit smell bad, go see the OBGY. Go they got shit to help you make that shit not funky no more. Before you spray your legs to a man, because you're going to do it with the wrong, listen, you're going to do it to the wrong man, and he going to make you feel real small when he stops and pulls his pants up and says, no, bitch, you funky. I know this because I've done this to girls and I've seen the expression on their face and it crushes them, but it's the truth. You know your shit don't smell right. If you know it don't smell right, what the fuck you trying to let another man go down there and fuck with that? If I've been out in the woods for 4 days and my balls and yeah smell funky, I'm not about to tell Chrissy to eat me up, man. She's gonna be like, what the fuck? You smell like ass. I'm wrong. I'm just saying it's bad hygiene.
Oh, that ass juice, that ass juice and everything. Yeah.
No, he's right. Jason's always clean, and Jason always smells nice and fresh.
Man, if I could smell myself, I know you could smell. Cause I'm immune to my own smell. I mean, it's my smell. So if I'm smelling funk off of me, I know everybody around me can smell it.
That's right. That's your fragrance.
That's my fragrance. So if it's standing out to me as a bad smell, what does it smell like to other people?
Right.
Smell pretty nasty.
That's funky. That's trifling.
Yeah, it is.
Jason's public service announcements.
I'm waiting for that little star with the rainbow. It's like after, you should know, like after school type special.
This is reading rainbow.
The more you know.
Oh, cannot.
The more you know. That's it. The more you know.
I mean, it goes for men and women though. When you look at people's hygiene, there's a lot of things that go in with that. I mean, you can't judge somebody by their teeth because they might have some kind of problem with them they was born with. Some people just have bad genetics and their teeth deteriorate and fall out. But your breath matters. If you talking to me and it smells like a little dude sitting on your tongue taking a shit, you need to go get a toothbrush. You need to stop. Don't leave your house without hitting your grill because you stink. Hey. Because you can have pearly white teeth and your breath smell like shit. You know what I'm saying? It's big old fag.
I cannot.
You know what? While we're on the subject too, I just want to say this too. You know, a lot of people say I'm supposed to wake up in the morning, brush my teeth, and then eat, right? Wouldn't that be like wiping your ass and then taking a shit? Is that not ass backwards? Shouldn't you eat and then brush your teeth before you leave the house?
Oh, Lord.
And gargle.
I'm just saying, people tell you wake up, you brush teeth, then you eat breakfast and go to work and go to school, right? Well, I brush my teeth for what? To put food back on right after? That's like the equivalent of literally sitting down on the toilet, wiping your ass, and then taking a shit.
I cannot. This is every day, Jackie. Every day. Every day.
The more you know. Life lessons.
Word of advice to all people out there. He who goes to bed with an itchy ass is going to wake up with stinky fingers. So please clean service.
Oh, Lord.
That is true. Because me personally, I like to wake up in the morning. That's the first thing I grab is my stuff, and I start scratching.
I cannot.
Go sit down at the breakfast table. Just kind of stir your finger around in your food to give it a little flavor.
That's right. Yeah, you're holding your cup up. Smell that. Smell that. Smell that. Smell like ass.
You gotta look up these videos. So they got this guy that was working on a cruise ship, big old black guy, right? Long braids and everything. Well, a few people went home that was on his cruise ship, and when they get home, they get out their camcorders and they go to, watch their vacation trips and everything. And when they turn the video on, it pops on to some dude in the bathroom on the cruise ship with their toothbrush, rubbing it all over his dick and nuts, and he recorded it on their camera. And this is weeks later down the line that they're watching the video of their trip, and they figure out, so you just realize that you brushed your teeth with that dude's ass juice and nut juice. You know what I'm saying? They wound up narrowing it down and figuring out who the dude was, but he hit a few people with that.
That's a good joke, though. Walking in, brushing your teeth, and you still got corn in your teeth. I don't remember eating no corn.
Like, damn, when I ate that, fuck.
That
was in. They say corn is the vegetable you get to enjoy twice, though. Because you get to eat it, and then you get to watch it spin around the toilet when you take crap.
It's just Steven.
Hey, Howard. Are we good to end? I just got a call. I need to call Beth.
All right, man, no problem. All right, everybody. We appreciate y'all coming on tonight and watching The More You Know with Jason. It was started off with Jean Lafitte, but now it's a public service announcement. And
I'm sorry, y'all.
But pretty soon we'll be starting the Hey Dude show. So, and that's us talking about our significant others. Doesn't mean it could be men or women. If you got some shit to want to talk about your significant other, come on, and we invite you.
It doesn't have to be bad either. You don't have to get on here and bash them. It doesn't have to be like that. Just get on there and talk about. If you love your partner, get on there and talk about that.
And we prefer not, but I mean, it gives you your chance, your voice in all this. So, all right, everyone, we'll see y'all next week. The topic next week, I have no idea because we didn't come up with this topic until about 5 minutes before the show. So it was all good.
Okay. We'll roll with it.
We'll see y'all next week, and y'all have a great weekend.
Bye y'all.
Bye.
Bye.